Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs en Fuego on Season 2. Season 2, we're interviewing amazing entrepreneurs, one digital footprint at a time. With me, I have Arlene Pedersen.
Hi.
Be freaking awesome. Also, with me, we have Marilyn Monroe. I mean, you're just, you and Marilyn Monroe, I think you're like your incarnation.
You know what? You're not the first person that's told me
I'm
that.
not original, but you're like the blonde bombshell. Bam.
Well, thank you.
Be freaking awesome.
You're making me blush already. Stop. Go
Don't worry,
on.
we'll edit it in post. Be freaking awesome. You're a brander. Tell us more.
Well, I love having entrepreneurs really get how freaking awesome they are, because most of the time they don't get it. And so
they don't get what?
They don't get how amazing they are,
okay.
How freaking awesome they are, because they take their skills for granted and they just, they're in the trenches.
And we don't sell ourselves, or we don't give the message as effectively as we should.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're doing the day-to-day, you notice the things that maybe aren't working as well, not the really good stuff, juicy stuff that you do every day for your customers. And a lot of times people don't even realize the ripple effects of what they're actually doing for their customers. They think it's maybe, I'm selling you something like a business card, or they're doing something, and they think about it as one particular thing, but they don't look about the impact and how that changes people's lives. It's pretty cool.
And perception is really what moves the brand, is what moves the world, and what moves the entrepreneur. So you help create that perception and that brand.
Exactly. And through visual branding especially, it's that thin slicing that Malcolm Gladwell talks about.
Sure.
How you just you get it right away. And so many people are selling themselves short because they're, not visually representing themselves, and they're not showing up with that confidence that they need to sell their services or charge maybe as much as they could.
Blink is one of my favorite books.
I love it.
Talking about books.
Yeah. Love it.
All right. So tell me more. I mean, there are, and we've interviewed not hundreds, but dozens of branders and people in social media, et cetera, et cetera. And each one of the entrepreneurs that we've interviewed, they have a little bit of a slightly different angle to their approach. What is your approach to branding? And why would I'm watching this thing, there's millions and millions of people watching. No, I'm not. But look, why would I call you to brand me?
If you want to be freaking awesome, and
asked and answered.
And if you want a celebrity brand, you want to be an expert. You have that gnawing at you that you want to be something bigger and make a bigger difference.
Right.
I'm the kind of person that can do that. And there's 3 hurdles that entrepreneurs really have, and I've experienced these for myself too, is that, we don't have the brand. So we have a lot of evidence that we're maybe smaller, or we do, work the way we think we do, but I'm not explaining that very well.
We perceive ourselves as being just smaller than what our actual concept could be.
Exactly. And there's lots of evidence, because maybe there's some duct tape branding going on, or what have you. So there's that. But there's also how to actually talk about what they do powerfully in a way that has that recognition, that other people will recognize, wow, I really do need your services. So there's that in choosing the right words, and and having people get they're in the right place. You're the solution to their needs.
With branding, you have this much time to capture and captivate the audience.
Right.
And so you have to distinguish yourself from everybody else.
Exactly.
That might be selling you the same product or the same service. And that is hard. That is difficult.
Well, I think that we just need to be bigger versions of what we already are, and be confident in that.
Right.
For myself, I was 25-ish. I came here to Tucson. I live in Tucson. And so I just kind of stepped into this world of business and branding and helping people sell whatever it was. And I felt like I had to be someone else. I was wearing gray suits. I just don't do gray suits. Like,
No,
it's
not at
weird.
all. Look, the yellow is very distinguishable, and boom, it just brands you. It
Right.
just says something about you.
Exactly. And so I'm just a bigger version of really who I am, because I'm self-expressed and congruent in every single aspect of how I do business, how I show up, and that energetically, and I think that's the thing that distinguishes me the most, is because I have such a great deep knowledge of energy, like through feng shui, through mindset, the law of attraction, like that extra level of attraction and magnetism
That
can be created.
That can be created through branding, and that's what you give your
Yes.
clients, and that's what makes you distinct.
Exactly.
This is about your journey, right? I mean, you were not always a brander?
No.
What were you before you became freaking awesome?
I've always been an entrepreneur. I was an entrepreneur at 12 years old. I had a thriving babysitting business, and I bought my own braces. I have my pearly white smile is a good indication of like my entrepreneurial roots.
Nobody paid for it. You paid for it with your babysitting.
$2 an hour. Yeah, I've had a background with the Canadian Red Cross. I was an instructor trainer with them, and I have a fine arts background. I'm a trained painter, and then my paintings got thicker, and I did installation art work, and then I ended up doing commercial spaces, like we're doing schematic design for shopping centers, and then I worked with architects and construction contractors, and they needed to sell their stuff, bid on projects, and it just kind of snowballed.
When somebody rejects a proposal that you are competing for, what do you do?
I definitely look to see why. Either ask them or look at what was missing in whatever I had that needed to be there. That's kind of the biggest part. Like, what's missing? And people buy emotionally. We're emotional beings. We need a little bit of logic to justify things, but really it's what's in our gut. So there's something that was really missing in that emotional connection. Maybe we didn't paint the right picture, or create what was really possible, or address that real pain, but something was missing.
So you go back to looking at what you did or did not do, and now for this particular project, not to be able to get it. We talk about, for some reason this whole show has been about marketing, really. And it's very hard. If you are a brander, right? And if you're freaking awesome and that's your business, how do you market yourself? How do you market the marketer?
And the marketer makes sure she's on her game every time she steps out of the office. So I am totally congruent from the moment, in what I wear, my energy. I'm drinking a really big green drink today because that makes my body feel really good and vibrant. And so everything I do, everything my clients see or potential, like even my business card, it's freaking awesome and different. It's round. So it stands out.
This is it. It
Yeah.
is. It does stand out.
Yeah.
So you are an extension, indeed, of your brand. Do you recommend that every entrepreneur that becomes your client, that they themselves become an extension of the brand at all times?
Oh, totally. All I do is magnify who they already are, and through this process I call getting to your freaking awesome, and it's really going from that intellectual thing of what you do to really the heart and soul of it, and the thing that really melts your butter. So I think until entrepreneurs really get that part of themselves, like why they really do what they do, it's hard to kind of explode who they are. Do you know what I mean?
So it's more about not necessarily the selling aspect of a product or a service, but rather the education that one has about their product and the passion that they have that they give out to the world. And by you coming into their life, you help find that
Definitely.
and give it out.
Yeah. in 90 minutes. I can find that. It's all about efficiency.
It's all about efficiency.
Yeah.
You don't waste no time. Huh?
No, not at all. And the thing is, too, is not everyone is our customer, right? And it's okay. And to not have that sort of attachment when you're, talking to everybody, and to just like offer the opportunity to work together
Right.
or get to know each other, that's way easier than like being so attached to like selling to everybody and everything.
I hear you.
And that's the other thing I think that great messaging and branding really does, is it automatically shifts those people that are not the right customers away. And one of the things that I do with my clients is we talk about their ideal clients, but then we talk about their red flags, like what's shown up in previous clients that has not landed very well. And be able to take those kind of characteristics and infuse it into the writing and say, hey, if you're this kind of person, or if it could be based on price or one shot, quick fixes,
Sure, sure.
I'm not your person. And so that automatically says, okay, well, she's not for me, or
Pass.
yeah.
And you have to have the strength to say, pass.
Yeah, and you get less no's because you have more perfect clients coming your way. And when that happens, you don't have to, especially in entrepreneurs, we deal with like so many, internal trials and tribulations of like rejection and like, oh, am I really good? Should I just quit? There's all that kind of stuff that shows up.
Sure.
So we get to diminish that by just the right message.
Best advice you ever got?
Wow, the best. Okay, the key to success is through personal contact.
It's about networking. I told you.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yes?
Yeah, it's not about writing more emails, sending more newsletters. It's really about getting out there. And your success is proportional to being seen.
Amen. Pick up the phone. Don't send me a
Yeah.
text. Don't send me an email. Pick up the phone and,
Yeah,
hey, how are you?
develop relationships. Old
Much
school.
more- Old school, right?
You're right. You're still old school.
We're old school
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, by the
Love
way,
it.
one last thing. You have a line of cycling apparel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, tell me about that, because we're looking at back here, we're looking at this
I know.
amazing calavera and everything else. But I didn't know this, but your whole line is about calaveras and things and skulls and stuff,
Yeah, it's called Go Loco Jerseys, and I kind of fell into it. I was working on for a nonprofit. I've been branding them for years and years, and they needed cycling apparel, and I couldn't believe how much my art looked, how good it looked on cycling.
It looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
What is that site again?
GoLocoJerseys.com.
And for those who don't have an accent like myself, would be Go Loco.
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
Go Loco. That's good. I just give you a hard time. I just give you a hard time.
Thank
my GoLoco.com.
Yeah.
Just go.
Just check it out.
With that.